All right, guys. So I'm going to show you guys today how to make a very simple. I'm going to show you guys how to make this in Canva and then put it into Google Classroom. So that's what you guys will be doing today. You guys will be doing some very um, not basic, but I think simple things you guys can do. We have been asked to now add the reader boards to something that we should do in digital media. And I said yes, because I think it's something that we can do. So these are going to be a little bit different than the ones you've been making for Instagram, but still along the same principles. Something I know you guys can do, and you guys will pick it up and no problem. Okay, so what we're going to do for this, instead of using the social media, what we're going to be using is presentations. Okay. So your presentations is going to be the one you want to be in, and you want to make sure you click on the one that's presentation 16 by 9, which is 1920 by 1080p. So go ahead and click on that and get a blank one. Okay. When you guys get to a blank one, you should have an idea of what you guys want this to look like. I know I'm going to do one for soccer. That's the one I just showed you guys. I showed you this one right here for soccer. So I'm going to show you guys how to do one for soccer. Okay. But you can do one for anyone. For the assignment, you can do anything you want for the assignment. It does not matter to me what it is for the assignment as long as it's school appropriate and it shows me your skills when it comes to Canva. Okay. I don't expect these to be the greatest things ever, but I do expect them to be following along with the rubric that is in the Google Classroom. Okay. So, what we've been using lately with the backgrounds, as you can see on this one right here, this one has what's called a grunge. A grunge is a type of background that's kind of grungy, really, is what it is. And how you can find one is you can literally just go to Google. You can type in blue and yellow grunge. You'll get a bunch of different options right here, but you want to make sure you click on images so you guys can get the one that you want to look at. You can choose any color you want for yours, but when we're doing Kelso stuff, obviously I want you guys to do Kelso colors, so blue and yellow is perfect. So let's go ahead and find one. I would make sure you guys stay away from ones that have grunge in the name. Try to find some that maybe are a little bit different. And if you find one that you like I like, where to go? Like you like this one, you might get some more options down here too. You might get some more options when you find one you like. So if you do like one, like, okay, yeah, I like this one, but this one's even better. So I can go ahead and click on this one. And you want to make sure they look pretty good. If they get too choppy or they're too pixelated, make sure you find a different one. Let me see if I can find a better one. Oh, it doesn't matter. I say I like this one. Okay. And if I want to download this one, all I have to do is go ahead and right click and then open image in a new tab. Make sure you right click and then go open image in new tab. And this will bring you to a tab that is just that one individual image. This is where you want to be at. You don't want to try to save it from where you're at. You want to open your image in a new tab. You're then going to right click and you're going to save your image as, and then give your image a name. This is going to be blue, yellow, grunge. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my downloads. And I'm going to go ahead and click save. Okay. So now you can see it. It went down there and it's saved. So I'm going to go back to my design. I already have a grunge I like, which is right here. I found this one. I like this one. So this is the one I'm going to use. Okay. So when you get your grunge or any background you like, there's two ways of putting it in there. You can either click on it and it goes into the Canva, but then you have to resize the whole thing. It may not be the size you want. Like you may lose some of the rest of it. So what I like to do is I like to grab it and drag it until I get it into the presentation. I just let go, and then it just becomes my background. So now that is my background, which is pretty nice. So I have my background, but now I want to add some images. And to add some images, which I already have downloaded here, to download these images inside of our Google Classroom, inside of the Canva, and so if we go to classwork inside of Canva, we have what's called pictures for Canva. And inside here, you have a Google Drive, and you all have access to this too. And you guys can go, and there's different things in here for sports. You go to sports, go to fall, and then you have all these different things you can choose from. And if you like one, if you find an image you like, if you want to do one for football, you can go into football. You can find your image. I would make sure you guys, when you get into it, if you're in the list view, I would get out of that and I would go to grid view, which is right, our grid layout. And this way you can see the images as you scroll, because if you don't, it's a lot harder to find images that you may like. Okay. So once you guys have that, once you find images that you like, you can go ahead and click on them. And then you can just go to download right here. And once you download them, go to the same process, go to uploads in Canva and upload your file. Exact same process as you did for the grunge. Okay. So, but I have my images. I'm gonna go ahead and find the first image I'm gonna click on is this one right here. Now, I would not drag your images over, because if you drag your images over, it's gonna try to make it the background. I would click on your image to put it in there and then resize the image to make it the size you want. So I like this image, but I don't want any of this background. So to get rid of the background, you can go ahead and have the image selected, go to edit image, and then you should have what's called the background remover. When you click on background remover, it's going to take it a second, and it's literally going to do what it says. It's going to erase the background from my image, and all I should be left with is the foreground image. Okay. So now I can go ahead and make that a little bit bigger, and I'm going to go ahead and put her a little over here. That looks good. Okay. So that's my first one. And I'm going to pick my second image, which I had right here. Go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. Same process. I have it selected. I'm going to go to edit image. I'm going to go background remover. Now you don't have to remove your backgrounds if you don't want to. I'm doing it because I'm using a grunge in the background. If I wasn't using a grunge and I was just using a photo, I would just do it a different way. But because I'm using a grunge and I want to see it, I'm going to go to my background remover. All right. So I have this image. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. But I'm noticing some people in the background. I don't want them in there. So to fix this, okay, you're going to select your picture again. I'm actually going to move it a little bit more. Select your picture again. Go up to edit image and click background remover one more time. And when you do this, it's going to allow you to now select a brush. And you're going to click on the erase brush if this happens to you. And when you click on it, you're going to get just your image because you already removed the background. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, which is down here. Zoom in. I'm going to scroll up and find that I have these people. I can erase these people. And here's how you can do this. So with the brush, erase brush, I can change the size, make it bigger, which you wouldn't need to, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. I'm just going to go ahead and click and just erase these people that are in the background. Being very careful not to try to get part of her hair gone. I'm going to make it even smaller, and I'm actually going to zoom in even more. I'm going to get rid of this person's leg and their hand. I'm also being very careful not to erase their images. Okay. Hi, I'm doing a screencastify for you guys tomorrow. You'll find out. If you guys didn't notice, Amy just walked in. So you guys are watching this tomorrow. Amy walked in with her interview with Miss Fry.
Hi.
There's Amy. All right. Thank you, Amy. Bye. Okay. So I'm just clicking and erasing as we go. I can zoom out and it looks way better. And once you're done with it, it says done. Click on done. And now you guys have your image. Okay. So right there, I now have my images. I have my background. I like how it looks. All I need now is to add text. So when you guys are adding text, one thing I'm noticing is some people are adding way too much text. You don't need very much text. You just need to tell me what happened and as quick as possible. Okay, so I'm making this up. There's no game on Monday. There might be, but I don't think there is. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on my text. So over here, you'll use mostly the elements, the uploads, and the text. I mean, if you'll be fine. Okay. When you guys get to this part, I like simplicity, and I think everybody else too much is just too busy. It's not look good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and click. I like using these three and then just changing the text as I go. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and click on heading. And I'm just going to go ahead and move this up. I'm just going to go soccer. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take soccer, and I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. Just the text box, not the font yet. I'm going to highlight the font. And I'm going to go ahead and set in here, you can do a few things. You can change your fonts in here. These are all different fonts you guys can choose. There's a ton of fonts you guys can choose from. You guys have access to all these as long as you guys are using Canva Pro, which you guys all should be using Canva Pro. Okay. I highlight my font. I'm going to bold it first. And then I'm going to go over here to my more. And the little a means uppercase. So now it's all uppercase. And then I'm going to go ahead and go over here to my spacing. Inside of here, instead of making my text bigger, I'm just going to space out the lettering a little bit. Okay, so I still have soccer. It's just spaced out. But I still don't like it, so I'm going to make it even bigger. SOCC. That's right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do another one. I'm just going to go ahead and go. Actually, I'm going to make it smaller. I lied. I'm actually going to go. Oops. I'm going to choose a subheading. I'm going to go versus. Make that bold. I'm going to do one more heading. Evergreen. That up. Same process. I'm going to highlight the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and make the text box a little bit bigger. I'm going to go ahead and go all uppercase. I'm going to go back to my line spacing where it says spacing. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to bold it. And I'm still going to make my text box even bigger. Recenter it. There we go. Okay. If I wanted to, I could even click on it and make it just maybe a tad bit bigger. Okay. Soccer versus evergreen. It still doesn't look right. It looks a little off. There we go. Okay. And then what I would want to do is I want to add where it's going to be at. So I'm going to go ahead and do another subheading on this one because I don't need another heading. These are all going to be subheadings. So I'm going to click another subheading. I'm going to go below it a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and go 7 p.m. And how you guys want to break this up is fine. But because it's a subheading, I'm going to try to get all three of these at once. I'm going to go 7 p.m. I'm going to use this dash, Schroeder Field. And I'm going to say 10:31. Okay. Highlight it all again, bold it, and then maybe change the spacing a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And right now, I'm going to reposition it to the center. And I can even move it down more if I wanted to. And I can even move both of these down. Oops. Sorry. Click on this one. Move that one down. That one down. And right there, I think you'd have a finished product. And you could change the colors if you wanted to. But right here, I have my images of my two people. I know that it's soccer. I know it's versus evergreen. I can tell where it's going to be at. It's very simple and to the point. This is something that I like this too much. It does. I don't think it looks good. You'd have to convince me otherwise, but I would rather it look like this and simple, where we have our images and we have our grunge and we know where it's at. The bigger the lettering, the easier to read, and the images on there, it's much more pleasing to the eye than anything else. Okay, so now that I have this complete, and you guys can do whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want to do, don't forget, school appropriate. Whatever you guys want to look like, it's fine. But you need two of them, okay? But once you're done, you want to come over here next to your profile picture, click on your name and rename it. I'm just going to go again. I'm going to go soccer versus evergreen, just so I know. All right, I have a name. I would always rename it so it's easy to find when you guys are downloading it. So once you have it and you want to download it, you're going to go ahead and go to share. And you're not going to share it with me. You're actually going to download it. And because we're downloading it, you want to make sure you save your file as a PNG. I don't want videos, guys, because videos don't look very well. It's hard for it to do in Google Slides. I don't want videos. I want it to be PNG. So I pick my PNG. Okay. I'm then going to go make sure my size is 1920 by 1080, which it is. Do not click any of these. Leave them the way they are. And I'm going to go ahead and click on download. When you click on download, it's going to take a second, but it's going to go into your downloaded folder, whether that's on your Google or on your Chromebook or on your ThinkPad, whatever you guys want to do. Okay. Once I have it in here, I need to go to Google Slides. open up Google Slides. You're gonna click on a blank presentation for Google Slides. And then you don't need these. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete these text box to make it easier so it looks good. Okay. And then you need to name your assignment is gonna be your first name, last name, Canva test. So and now I have my blank Canva slide. So I'm gonna need to put my picture in here I just created. So you're gonna go to your insert tab, image, upload from computer. It should be either in your downloaded section on either your ThinkPad or your Chromebook. I go ahead and find the one I want, which is soccer versus Evergreen. I click open and it's gonna put it in here. Now, as you can see, it doesn't fit quite in here. So to make it fit, I'm going to move my image up into the upper left-hand corner till it fits. I get those red lines. I let go. I then go to the bottom right-hand corner and drag the corner so I get those red lines again. I let go, and now it fits in here perfectly. All right, so now it fits. I have my image. I have this one done. I would want to create another one. So to create another new blank slide, I would just click this plus button. It gives me, it does not have quite a blank, but I can just delete these text boxes as well. You would create a second one. And then when you are done, you will upload your Google slide to the homework section or the classwork section in week 6 or week 9. Sorry, week 9. It'll say Canva Test. And that's the one you'll turn it into. And then you need 2 of those guys, and that's it for today. If you have any questions, guys, email me. But yeah, you guys will be great at this. Right. Thanks, guys. Good luck.